So this is going to be a little different, but I think all the skateboarders out there can relate. I'm wearing my S hat, not because it's in a good state right now, or, well, apparently it's just been shut down. I don't know what Soul Technology is doing, but excuse me. You know, I remember the days when getting a Costin shoe on S was like having a holy grail and having two of them in your feet. I remember I got the EK01, the Costin model, the first Costin shoe, Costin model with an improved heel airbag, and I got the all black pair. I can't complain with all of Costin's shoes on S. They're all very comfortable, very durable when you skate, very fashionable, great colorways, and that's not just for Costin shoes. I had a brown pair of the Penny shoes and a navy pair of the Penny 2s. Oh, I rhymed. Those are going for like the, more baggy style. The first shoe is more like a tech shoe. Like a minimalist tech shoe. And they had like an unbeatable team. Ardo Sari, Rick McCrank, Eric Costin, Tom Penny, Rodrigo TX. I can't pronounce his full Brazilian name, so I'll say TX. And if there's anybody I'm missing, I'm kind of getting mad about that. If you actually go to sfootwear.com, they'll have a timeline. And you'll notice that the farther they get to around 2010, the shoes are horrible. It seems like every shoe in the skateboarding market these days are all thin canvas Vans wannabes. And for me as a skater, I wanted my skate shoes to look good, to feel good, and also be fashionable. Right now, I'm staring at a box of the Costin ones on Nike. Now, I don't have any complaints with that one, but I think that Costin was basically the reason S Shoes was kept alive, in a way. He was the best skater on the team. He did the craziest tricks. His shoes were the most stylish. I'm looking back, the only shoe I don't really like is the Costin 2. But recently I'm starting to like it. And for anyone who likes S footwear, you just gotta go on eBay and bid ludicrous prices for worn down shoes, and it's not fair. It's just not fair. I tend to like that whole 90s, early millennium bulky style of shoes. Because in essence, it gave you more protection. You ollie, you scrape your front foot on the board, and then you level out. I also have a mesh trucker hat that I can't seem to find, and it was all done up in like some camo. It's pretty cool. I had a pair of Costin 6s, but they're just dilapidated. I mean, they've gone from a shoe that I wouldn't dare damage to a shoe that I could wear as like work shoes if I was doing like, I don't know, sewer lines or some shit. Sewer lines shit. I don't know, I mean, they need a redemption. They need to have the bulkier, ghetto-esque style shoes. And I'm not talking about like Supra, who almost never makes anything except a high top shoe. And I remember, you know, Stevie Williams, who's now on Supra, making really extremely dope shoes. I didn't own a pair of Kalis Truth shoes, but my friend let me try them on because we were the same size, and you know, I noticed that I was a little more confident with my skateboarding. I don't know, it felt like it both contoured to my foot, but would give me enough protection if I was trying some real hard tricks. And DC's used to be dope too. I remember Rob Dyrdek's Exacta, his, you know, Jewel, and now he's just a sellout. He's just a sellout. I mean, how can he say that ridiculousness, Tosh.0, which I love, I mean, last summer I was eating some homemade hamburgers and I almost choked to death on one of the videos. Yeah, I mean, every, you know, new clip show is technically a ripoff on the last one. You know, if you want to get technical, then Ridiculousness is also a ripoff on America's Funniest Home Videos. They just go farther and show more explicit content. And it's like a pseudo ripoff on Jackass too, in a way. You know, I remember when Josh Kalis was on Alien Workshop. I'm glad that Eric Costin at least is still on Girl. Because I have one of those mega OGs, or no, it was the wooden one, and it was blue and white. I have it. It's in good condition, and I'm going to post that on the wall. I'm never skating that. That's my favorite graphic ever. And, you know, if anyone sees this and likes the old S shoes, you know, the pennies, the Rodrigo TXs, the Costin line, most importantly, comment on this video or make a video response, because I get the oft feeling that I'm making these videos to no one. I look at my demographics, and apparently people do watch this in America and Japan. Well, I mean, I have a lot of Asian flavor in my videos sometimes. And I don't know. I think it's that Nike SP came in. I fell in love with the all-white P-Rod shoe. And maybe it was just a downward spiral. I mean, I knew things were off when Costin was on the kayak, because the only good shoe was the remake of the Costin 1. Believe me, it does skate better. Whatever happened to the S video? Yes. Or the best part. Maybe that was probably an ad campaign for Yes, but I mean, I would love for S shoes to open back up and Costin to get back on, so he could make the Costin 8, because he left off at 7. But he did note that, you know, he was always making his version of Jordan shoes. You know, the Costin 3 is essentially a slimmed down version of the Jordan 12, so. But they both have unique features, and, I mean, Jordans are made for basketball. And, you know, let me kind of give you a chronology. Like, I remember the Costin 3s were really expensive and really hard to find the colorway you want. And I think the rarest one was the white on blue. I saw that. I mean, I looked at it, felt it, held it at a skate shop in New Jersey. Mostly surf shop, but the waves are horrible there. You can't get the kind of waves you would see in a surfing video. And I don't know, like, let's see, the Costin 3 was perfect. I wish I had a good condition pair today that I could show you. I wish I had that Lakers pair that said 3-peat, and it had the Lakers basketball logo. I mean, in footnotes, Eric Costin pulled out a chomp on this, all leather upper and gum on the bottom shoe, like a special edition shoe. And I read that in this one chronology, you know, Costin 1 to Costin 6. And then it had the Costin 7 on the side, and it said blah blah blah, this is, you know, his best yet. And the one thing that really caught my eye is that it said we'll be releasing special colorways of the Costin 3. I missed out on that. But I did get the all black leather with that little silver part on the back, Costin 4. And they're somewhere in a random bag, along with soaps. I didn't get those stretched out. And the one thing is, there was a model called the Broadside. It came in like a grayish green or like a really navy blue. But it had a lateral grind plate, so you can do sole grinds instead of just sticking to like front sides and stuff like that. I would love for them to open up, but you know, have that kind of plate with more, you know, tread on it, and have that on every shoe. Because I also inline skate, and trying to make your own pair of soaps is a pain in the ass. The result might be great, but everybody who's given tutorials on how to make them just does one side. And I'm looking at my old Excels right now and thinking that they might give me a lot of cushion. And I've had, you know, multiple Sharpie drawings of how I can cut it out. One thing I would do is try to find out the plastic they use for soaps, so that I can make the best end product possible. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna take a fucking nap. But the message has been gotten across. That's all I care about.